Previously on Behind the B.
Done.
So she wrote.
Yep.
He's done in Boston.
Yep.
But Krug might be the next warrior for us. You know, like he's competitive.
You're ready to be a pro. On and off the ice, I think you're in a good position to push some guys.
A clean sheet of ice in the Garden signals the start of a new hockey season. After a deep playoff run and a shorter than usual summer, the Boston Bruins are back home.
Well, because I'm not going to be able to see the rest of this.
The run-up to the regular season starts with a month-long training camp. GM Peter Chiarelli and head coach Claude Julien start each camp by addressing the team, making sure everyone knows what the expectations are for the 2013-2014 Boston Bruins.
Good luck, competition, wear the B proudly. You know, we're a hell of a team, and we're going to continue to be a hell of a team. There's some new faces. We're going to keep trying to win every year, and we expect, you know, the expectations are getting higher and higher here. It's a tough town to play in, but it's a great town to play in. So enjoy camp, and I'll see you along the way.
As Peter mentioned, there's a lot of, obviously, some opportunities for a lot of guys to come into this hockey club this year and earn themselves a spot. But at the same time, I think what we have to understand here is that the expectations of this hockey club over the years have grown. A lot more is expected of us. Guys that are new, that are coming in, you're going to realize that we push hard here in order to maintain that standard. So I think everybody's got to be on their toes, because if we're not, other teams will be when they play against us. Making it to the finals 2 out of 3 years for some can be something that's taken in the context that we'll be there again. I would warn you right now, guys, that if we go in with that attitude, we're going to be extremely disappointed. We have to earn it every year. So don't just come in here thinking, let's just get through this camp and get going with the season. I think it's important that we have the focus of everyone and understand that as a team, we need to progress every year. Having success is one thing. Sitting still and thinking that that's going to be good enough the following year is the wrong approach. So this is what we've got here as a standard, and this is a standard that we should all want to keep and be proud of being part of.
Everyone sees what the players do on the ice when the lights are on, but very few witness the hard work the athletes put in to prepare for the grind that is the 82-game regular season schedule.
Come on, get up, get up, get up! Get up! No!
Before any player hits the ice, he must pass the organization's fitness test, which takes place on the opening day of camp.
Sit down. Are you ready? You ready? You want to go? It's up to you, bud. It's your show. All right, let's go, boys.
Led by strength and conditioning coach John Whitesides, every player will be tested on bench press, vertical leap, pull-ups, and a timed shuttle run.
23, 24, 25.
It's obvious that no one took the summer off, even if they had a broken leg or a punctured lung.
27, 28.
Come on, Brady, come on, Brady.
Despite the serious nature of the testing, the Bruins can always rely on one guy to keep the mood light.
Guys, you gonna be able to reach that high? No. No. You laugh. You know you're not going to.
Sure, then.
The main entertainment at testing every year is seeing the show Captain Zdeno Chara puts on. That's 10 reps at 250 on the bench, most on the team. Now it's pull-ups, where rookie Kevin Miller has 31.
This is it. This is it.
I know.
Hey, come on, Big Z. Come on, Big Z. Come on, Z. Come on. Get up. That's it. That's it. That's it. Come on. One more, Z. Come on. Come on. Go, go, go. Get up. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Good job. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Okay, that's 31 pull-ups for Big Z, tied for the team lead. Now across the street for the timed shuttle run.
First group.
They're all fit, but the guys are also all in agreement. Nobody likes the shuttle run.
In school, when you're tested or whatever, you can be as prepared as possible. There's always that little bit of anxiety you carry going into something like that.
You practice for it in the summer, and no matter how many times you do it, it's just always tougher on the day of testing. You got the management and the coaching staff watching you, and it's just something about it. It's tough.
Players have to complete the run in under a minute, 3 separate times, with almost no rest between.
57, 58, 59. First group, 45 seconds. First group, 45 seconds.
The last one hurt a little bit.
Good day, great day actually. Everybody really worked hard. Good job testing, and right now just focus on the hockey boys and do a great camp and play some hockey, right? So good job.
Like me to get a few on your back and more, then opening up like that?
Yeah, probably one on the back.
Back in.
Turn that nut soup! Okay. Good job, that's it.
Practice during the early days of camp is important. For the vets, it's a way to shake the rust off. For the players looking to secure roster spots, it's a chance to get noticed.
Look at this. See that? How was that?
The Bruins' lack of consistency on the third line last season has made it one of the biggest question marks in this year's camp. Who is going to play alongside center Chris Kelly? Jordan Caron, Carl Soderberg, Riley Smith, and Nick Johnson are all pushing for the job.
I really like Smith. I think he's going to be a good player.
I know. I know he's not great in traffic, but he seems to be willing, and he seems to be like those little plays off the wall and to get out of trouble. And
I like him with Kelly too, but I think it'll kind of define his game a little bit more. And with Chris's speed, it's just.
Kel's is skating well.
Yeah, he's really moving good. That's not. I mean, it's going to be a hard decision with Carl.
For prospects Anthony Kamara and Matt Lindblad, making a good impression early in camp is crucial if they want to have any hope of making the team.
How's he been for you so far, Lindblad?
Starting to move a little better. He's just. I think he's the type of guy who'll grow on you.
Yeah.
Because he's smart, and you got to see him in scrimmages and games and.
Having a good practice is one way to get noticed. Having a good game against Montreal is even better.
Right there. That lead coming on. The 4 on 3. So good lead there. Perfect. Yeah. Right. That's the way to go in the net, Anthony.
Kamara plays a physical, rugged style. Sometimes that style puts him in harm's way.
Now Tenori with a long shot that got blocked. And away comes Nick Johnson with a breakaway. Johnson is up by Carson. Score!
If you didn't block that shot, that was coming right from my head and I didn't have a home run. Yeah.
Didn't hit me in the wrist or nothing.
Thank you.
As camp progresses, the Bruins coaches and management have to start thinking about who will stay and who will go. Claude Julien and Peter Chiarelli meet daily to compare notes.
What are your thoughts on Kamara up to this point?
Well, you know, I like him as a player. I think the thing that has to happen with him is he's got to adapt to the speed of this level here, and thought he struggled a little bit with that speed the other night. That's the only thing with me that I think is right now he needs to get up to speed, with no pun intended there on in regards to that. Because I like him as a player. He works hard. He drives the net. He's gritty. He does all the good things, and he's actually making some smart plays too. You know.
Well, the thing, like, his skating has really improved, which is a little. I'd have to attribute the other night to nerves. So I don't like, maybe we look at him one more time. What about the other guy, Lindblad?
Same thing. I like him a lot. I think he's even getting better as camp progresses. Certainly a guy we can have a look at it. There's still we didn't have him in that group for in the keepers, and we kind of wanted to start that starting against Washington. But
that's tonight's game, eh? So Fraser's in there.
Yeah, Fraser's in, but it doesn't stop me from taking a vet out of the lineup there for the Washington game. If you want to see him, I could take Paisy out, or I want to see Soderberg on the wing too. So I want to keep him in there.
Do you have the Washington game? You don't have it. This is the latest game.
That's the latest game. So there's still a game. Well, I was going to start with my keepers, starting with the Washington game. But even if I have to take one guy out of those keepers to give Lindblad one last game, it's not the end of the world.
Let's see how this guy does tonight, and then we'll make the determination on.
Yep.
Lindblad, Fraser for Detroit, and then maybe we can push one of those guys to the Washington.
Okay.
1 week into training camp, and the Bruins are in Baltimore, Maryland for their second preseason game. For a battle-tested veteran like Chris Kelly, the game is a chance to try out some potential new wingers.
Time!
For a rookie prospect on the bubble like Lindblad, it's a crucial opportunity to prove he can play at the NHL level. Yes, exhibition games can be a little bit sloppy, but it doesn't take long for the intensity to ramp up.
Out of here. Another one, your head.
Grubauer dancing back into the cage. And it squirts through. The Bruins have a goal. Celebrating is Bobby Robbins along with Matt Lindblad. It's 2-1.
Yeah. Nice shot. Hey, nice shot.
Maybe a little lower in the transition if you're a weak side winner.
Okay.
Come through you.
Despite the Bruins having a chance late in overtime, it took 8 rounds in the shootout to decide a victor.
Sorry, boys. We're going to score here. It's over.
Right, he's going to?
There's a dirty little player. Good job, Coco. Oh, sick goal, Dave. Marcy couldn't be the hero.
I didn't want to. Oh, hey.
The third line is not the only story at B's camp. Another is the competition between 3 young defensemen, Dougie Hamilton, Matt Barkowski, and Torrey Krug for playing time.
There you go. Good job staying up, Torrey.
Tonight, versus new division rival Detroit, assistant coach Doug Huda and Krug are focused on shutting down one of the league's top offensive attacks.
Come on, boys, let's go. We got to play a little quicker here, eh? As soon as we get that puck, we got to move it quicker. We got to close quicker. We got to knock some bodies around down in front there, boys. They're hanging around in front of our net. We got to knock them down.
That's my fault.
I had the puck in my skate. I don't know, like I lifted my skate or something. It's so dumb. I don't know why I did that.
It's over. Twisting it on net, save Subban, rebound, score. And the Red Wings have put up a 7 spot on the Bruins.
Just beating us all over the ice. Seriously.
Okay, luckily, this one doesn't count. No reason to panic.
Good job, buddy. Not much help.
With the regular season now just days away, the team needs to make some cuts.
We're cutting down a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit more through camp. I think you acquitted yourself very, very well from start to finish. We're just sort of narrowing things down a little bit for the coaching staff. How do you think camp went so far?
It was good, you know, just starting my first season, I guess, as a pro, and coming into camp trying to figure out the ways and get comfortable and get into a routine and stuff like that, trying to find my pattern. I thought it was tough, learning curve obviously, but
I think it takes a little time to get used to the speed and the strength of, you know, the NHL players. Mm-hmm. So this is going to be a good, you know, start for you to go down there, and, you know, like Donnie said, we're expecting you to be an important guy on that team this year. So
all right.
Yeah.
We're excited. Hopefully you are too. And I know this is the disappointment part, but you know, be excited about where things are headed for you, because we are.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, good job.
Good job,
Anthony.
Andy. All right. Any questions?
Good job.
Just let me know.
All right.
With the team's roster thinning out, unanswered questions remain. Who is going to start on the third line? Can a young prospect grab one of those open spots? Maybe the final home exhibition game can provide some answers.
Here's Thornton across the front. Lindblad couldn't quite turn the forehand. Carrick sprays it cross ice. Lindblad with a good read to pick off Grabowski's pass intended for Brown.
He's been good tonight, Lindblad.
Yep.
Smith stays with it though. Banks it to Bartkowski at the left point. His shot tipped. Loose puck score! Chris Kelly puts it home to give the Bruins a 3-2 overtime win.
Got a few guys in the mix, and we're going to have some tough decisions to make at the end.
With the season opener less than a week away, key members of the Bruins front office gathered to evaluate camp.
One of the things for me that was exciting going to this camp was really the first time in a while to have a couple of spots where we had multiple people that kind of push for those jobs.
Well, I think this last couple games, the way Pete and Claude have lined up that third line, I think they're finding some chemistry together. Like in Detroit, you know, Soderberg scoring both goals and then them getting the winning goal last night. So it's been, you know, I think it's been a real good fit so far, that line, the way it's set up now. Like Smith has got good hands and he likes setting guys up, and Carl loves to score and get to the net, and then, you know, Kelly can feed off both of them.
So I agree. Lindblad's been showing. I mean, he's been playing
Smart
well.
player,
Smart player.
Yeah.
Last night he was on the first PK, and he's got a little ways to go. But
I never really seen him last year, so at the rookie camp I was like, well, what's all the excitement about this guy about? But when he gets, like, with better competition and you put him in a role, he's good. Like, he's smart and he works hard and he competes and he's strong on the puck.
I think he'd have to play more though, right? Like,
you want to keep developing his game.
I'm not.
Right, no, I know.
You got to keep developing. And last night they didn't have
a full lineup.
Their best, like a Ovechkin and Backstrom, and you know, until you see the full lineup, you really don't know what you have against other teams' full lineups, because the strength of our lineup is the depth, right? So, like, we've been playing basically two NHL lines every game, so And I thought the other guy that's really impressed me at camp's been Bart so far. I thought he's been, like, he's kind of taken the next step, like skating, and he's been strong on his own end, and he's looked excellent too.
He hasn't gotten to that little crunch zone where he gets frozen. I haven't seen that happen once.
No.
Maybe once. There was a backhand. That's it, once, and I think he's played 4 games.
And he seems to be, like, really playing with a lot of confidence.
That's going to be a tough one, those 3. Like,
yeah.
You know, who's going to play? They're all going to make it.
Right.
Who's going to play?
The final preparations have been made. 51 players opened camp 3 short weeks ago. That group of 51 has since been cut in half. For the returning pros, camp was an opportunity to get to know their new line mates. For the NHL hopefuls, camp was an opportunity to prove they belong. Some did, while others aren't ready for the show just yet. There are a few tough calls to make in the coming days, but the Bruins' 2013 training camp is officially in the books. Hockey season is here.